Welcome back. This week on Catlin Unsolved, we will be talking about the Oakland County child killer, also known as the babysitter killer. During a 13-month period, 4 children were abducted and killed, with their bodies being scattered throughout Michigan. At the time, this was the largest murder investigation in U.S. history.
The babysitter killer. I had many babysitters when I was a young child, but I never really expected them to kill me.
You know, I don't think I ever had a babysitter.
They're the worst. I just feel bad for the kids I babysit. I mean, it's not like I'd kill any of them, but like,
If
sometimes
you babysat me, I would be afraid.
sometimes I can be a little mean, especially to my cousins. Ooh. Well, they're naughty children, so I mean, it all depends on the kid, if you know what I mean.
Murder could be acceptable.
Maybe. Probably not.
Well, let's get into it. On February 15th in 1976, 12-year-old Mark Stebbins left an American Legion Hall in Ferndale, Michigan, after he told his mother that he was going home to watch TV. Mark's body was found, fully clothed, 4 days later in Southfield, Michigan, neatly laid out on a snowbank. The autopsy found signs of strangulation, signs of sexual assault with a foreign object, 2 lacerations on the rear left side of his head, and rope marks on his wrists and ankles.
I mean, that would really suck. Like, if you're like, Mom, I'm gonna go home and watch TV, and then you like don't make it home.
What would the last TV show that you ever watched be?
Grey's Anatomy.
If that was the only thing?
Yeah.
I could
Well,
see.
like, he didn't get to watch his TV show.
Yeah, that would suck. Especially, like, back then, there was no DVR. He would never see it again.
Yeah. Well, he would never see it again because he's dead.
Well, okay, that is true. A little over 10 months later, on December 22nd, 1976, in Royal Oak, Michigan, 10 minutes from Ferndale, Jill Robinson disappeared after she decided to run away from home due to an argument she had with her mother over dinner preparations. They were reportedly arguing about biscuits.
I mean, that seems pretty logical, right?
Well,
Biscuits?
for dinner,
I like biscuits.
I only eat them for breakfast.
I mean, have you ever had the like Pillsbury dough
Those
biscuits?
are good.
Those are the best
extra
ones.
flaky.
Oh yeah,
with the layers.
extra flaky. Oh, they're so good. Now I'm craving a biscuit, Anusha. Like, but I mean, they could like, what if they were having like chicken pot pie or something, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes my dad makes chicken pot pie, right? And then he'll like cook it, and then he'll put biscuits on top.
Oh.
So maybe the mom was like making chicken pot pie, and she was like, Jill, put the biscuits in the soup or the pot pie. And Jill was like, no. And then her mom was like, Jill, if you don't put the biscuits on the chicken pot pie, I will kill you. Then Jill was like, well, I don't want to live here anymore. And then she ran away and ended up getting killed, but not by her mom.
Imagine how bad that mother must feel. Like,
Yeah. If they hadn't gotten in the argument over the biscuits, she'd still be
the
alive.
last thing she probably said to her kid was, Jill, if you don't put the biscuits on, I'm gonna kill you.
I mean, did they ever suspect the mom?
We should have been cops. Her bike was found behind a hobby store in Royal Oak the next day. She was found fully clothed with a backpack, and her body was placed in sight of the Troy police station. Her cause of death was a single gunshot wound to the face. Another thing to note is that her mother said that Jill had an irrational fear of being shot in the face.
I mean, so basically, she died from the thing that she feared most.
Yep.
I mean, it's not an unreasonable fear. Like, being shot in the face is probably, like, one of the worst things that could happen. Not one of the worst things, but, like, I mean, like, it's up there with, like, being burned alive and, like, being, like, drowning than, like, being shot in the face. I mean, it would be over quick, but, like, if you did survive from something like that, your whole face gone.
But she didn't survive.
Well, yeah. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter to her. Like, say you had an irrational fear of spiders, right?
Which maybe I do.
Maybe you do. But, like, you died from, like, being attacked by a giant spider. It's pretty ironic.
Yeah, and I guess it's like that validates your whole life of being afraid.
Well, she was afraid of the gunshot to the face for a reason, I guess.
Yeah. On January 2nd, 1977, Christine disappeared from Berkeley, Michigan when she was 10 years old. She was last seen at 3 p.m. in a 7-Eleven buying a magazine. Her body was discovered 19 days later on January 21st on the side of a rural road. She was also found fully clothed. She was smothered to death less than a day before she was found, meaning the murderer kept her alive for at least 18 days. Imagine that.
I wonder what they were doing for those 18 days.
I have no idea.
Maybe reading the magazine that she bought. I wonder what magazine she bought.
Well, if you were a 10-year-old, what kind of magazine? Did you ever have that magazine with the little ladybug on it?
No.
It had like all these puzzles in it and like.
Oh yeah. National Geographic. No, the like kid. Yeah.
That one was. Maybe it was that.
Maybe. Well, like, when I was 10 years old, I was definitely not, like, walking to 7-Eleven alone buying a magazine. I mean, wait, 10 years old. What grade would that be?
That would be 5th grade?
5th grade?
Yeah, no.
No, yeah, I definitely would have been. Like, after school in 5th grade, we'd, like, go down to the Thurman Mart, pick up some candy or so. So, I could definitely see her going to buy a magazine.
Well, then again, there isn't any place close to my house, so I'd have to walk, like, multiple miles. Not exactly my thing when I was 10.
I mean, we don't know how far Christine was walking to get her magazine.
Still not my thing now.
I mean, hopefully, the magazine that she bought was fulfilling to her. Like,
and hopefully she got to read
I mean,
it in those 18 days.
Hopefully she got to buy it, right? Because, like, she made it to the 7-Eleven, but we don't know if he kidnapped her before or after she bought the magazine.
Or did he kidnap her while she was holding it, and then not only did she die, but she knows she stole a magazine.
Yeah, he stole the magazine. Oh.
This guy.
Or he kidnapped her on the way. Or no, was she seen at the 7-Eleven? Oh, yeah, she was seen at the 7-Eleven.
On March 16th, 1997, the final victim, Timothy King, was abducted in Birmingham, Michigan when he was 11 years old. He was skateboarding to a drugstore to buy candy. After he was abducted, his mom printed a letter in the newspaper asking if he could come home so she could give him some KFC. Unfortunately, he never made it home. The autopsy showed that he was strangled and sexually assaulted with a foreign object, just like the other male victim. The postmortem also showed that one of his last meals, if not his last, was fried chicken.
I mean, at least the murderer had the decency to give him his favorite meal before he died.
Yeah, but, well, yeah, that would be not the worst way to go.
Yeah, like, load up on some KFC and, like, mashed potatoes and biscuits, and then, you know, be smothered to death. Or how was he killed? Do we know?
I believe smothered to death, and he was tied up at one point.
Yeah, I mean, my meal of choice wouldn't necessarily be KFC, but, like, I can see why. No. My meal of choice wouldn't necessarily be KFC, but, I mean, it's a reasonable option.
Well, also imagine, like, you're in Michigan. It's probably snowy. Does it snow there in March? I don't know. Never been. But
Ask Tilly.
we could. But, like, if it was your last meal, what would it be?
Sushi.
I would go for a dessert buffet, just all you can eat.
Oh, yeah. Okay, here's what I would do. If it was my last meal and I was going to be smothered to death in the next couple hours, I would go to, like, some nice bougie restaurant and eat, like sushi, like a really nice sushi restaurant, right? Then I would go to, like, a bunch of different fast food restaurants because, like, I haven't been to many and I want to, so, like, maybe I would go to KFC, but I'd go, like, KFC, Taco Bell, McDonald's, like, try all the things and then have dessert. I'd probably, like, throw up a bunch, but at least I'd be dying.
You might be dead by then.
I would be dead by then. So I'd, like, eat a bunch and then I'd be like, just kill me now.
That's respectable. Like, if you're going to go out big.
Yeah.